everybody. I'm Larry Ridley. This is Madden 18 on EA Sports. As we head towards kickoff, two quarterbacks will be on the field today trying to push their team to victory. It's the Packers going up against the Vikings.
EA Sports coverage takes us to one of the newest jewels on the NFL landscape, US Bank Stadium in Minneapolis. The scene a short time ago, this crowd decked out in purple, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football, folks, as the Vikings get set to do battle with the Green Bay Packers. And he'll be brought down at the 23, make it the 24-yard line. They go play action here on first down. Flushed out right. Oh, you saw that one coming. It's intercepted. Thrown back across his body. Picked up by Anderson Dejo. And he will return this one to the 30-yard line.
Brandon, when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach and talked about how they wanted to begin this game offensively, they talked about their script, didn't they? 10 to 15 plays, the first 10 to 15 they had on their script. Nowhere on the script was there throwing an interception, I have to believe.
On first down, Murray. And he'll lose yardage. Brought down at the 32. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up second down.
One thing that's really difficult for an offense is often identifying how to block a 3-4 defense. Well, when they're coming on a blitz, even more difficult. They're elusive targets and hard to hit.
And the offense will be looking to get at least some of this yardage back here. It's 2nd and 12. They go with Murray again. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain.
Yeah, baby. Boom.
Well, good field position to start the drive, but under the gun now here on 3rd and 8.
Tiger! The Tiger! 180!
Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And he'll get this one down to about the 27. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down. On now is Kai Forbath to try the field goal. From the right hash, this from 44 yards out. And Forbath will put this one through. And the Vikings have a 3-0 lead. So after the pick, they can't capitalize for 6, but they do get 3.
And I know in this situation, most of us wanted to focus on the offense. You know what side of the ball I played on. Let's give that defense a lot of credit. Taking it over in a sudden change situation and shutting them down.
Set to return, this is Jeff Janis. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Before we see this next possession, you and I were talking before the game about the AFC playoff picture. You got the Pats and the Steelers at 7-2. Those are your best records in that conference. Chiefs at 6-3. Really, they're running away with the AFC West.
Yeah, and that's a surprise, isn't it? Because in preseason, we all, well, I shouldn't say all, but most of us probably thought the AFC West was the toughest division in football. But Denver's fallen off the pace. The Raiders have been a little bit of a disappointment, and the Chargers just can't gain traction. So right now, it's Kansas City's division to lose. And if they get home field, could you imagine all those teams having to visit Kansas City? One of the best atmospheres in the game.
And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick, quick, quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
Let's go! 1, 9, 1.
Now Hundley. Over the middle, that's caught by Adams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. It's a pickup of 16 there, and it'll lead to a new set of downs. Counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. First down, here's the run to Montgomery. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
I think there's one element that just keeps increasing on defense in the NFL, and that's speed. They want it at every position, and we just saw there some linebackers who can go sideline to sideline, run past that trash, go past people, and make tackles near the sidelines.
And not only near the sideline, but also in the backfield there. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the Pro Bowler, Anthony Barr. And he's going to score. It's a Viking touchdown. Short throw, pick six right there. Those linebackers, they love when those short throws come and those eyes get real wide, don't they?
How about the anticipation on the play? Reading, reacting, and then the ability to catch the football and take it in the opposite direction.
So the offense taking over in just a second, but last year, going off the script a little bit, so much talk around Jared Goff, Carson Wentz, who would go one, who would go two, and will they pan out? Well, this year, they are both panning out really well.
They certainly are, and they went 1-2. Jared Goff, number 1 to the Rams. Wentz, number 2 to the Eagles. Wentz became the starter as a rookie, played all 16 games, and here in his second season, a lot of MVP talk surrounds him, and rightly so. Jared Goff got left behind, only started 7 games as a rookie, didn't play that well. Many people want to use the B word on him for bust. Not at all. He's playing at a really high level. The Rams are in first place. He might not be in the MVP talk, but how about most improved player in the league?
Here we go.
To Montgomery to begin the drive. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. We haven't seen much from him running the football here in this first quarter.
No, you're right about that. We haven't seen much of him at all so far. They've stacked him up pretty well, but when you're trying to run the football, sometimes you got to play the long game. Keep handing it to him, and some of those runs that aren't working now, they turn into 6, 7, 8, and maybe more later on.
Come on, let's go.
Throwing, Hundley. Steps away to his left. Now the ball comes loose. But it looked like a Packer. Yeah, a Packer was able to get this back, and they'll indeed keep possession.
On plays like this where the ball comes free, it's often unusual for the team that lost it to get it back. Because this is the quarterback. The ball gets away from him. Everyone else is trying to execute what they're supposed to do on offense. They're usually looking in the other direction, downfield, or have moved away from him. In this case, though, a teammate is able to come up with the ball.
Back to throw. And Adams has it complete. And he will have first down yardage as he's brought down at the 41. It goes as a gain of 8, and it moves the chains. To throw now on first down. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Everson Griffin in there to bury him for a loss of 11. Gun. They'll look to throw. Caught left side by Cobb. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
And on 3rd down, a nickel formation here defensively. They'll set up a throw. He's got his target. It's Cobb. And they get 14 yards there and a first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on third down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
Looking to throw. The left side throw complete to Adams. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I'll just figure there's something wrong with the football.
Handoff comes to Montgomery. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. But just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
I think many people thought Ty Montgomery would automatically go back to being a wide receiver this year, but it appears he's going to stay at running back. I know they drafted Jamal Williams from BYU, but Montgomery proving his worth.
And he proved it, proved it last year. 5.4 yards per carry, 4th best in the league.
Here we go.
Now on first down, he'll drop to throw it. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Anderson Aho. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. So that is 3 interceptions now in this first half. And you hate to ask the question, but let's be honest. We're thinking about it. Do you need to go in a different direction next series?
Potentially. We know that he's probably not going to be on the Pro Bowl ballot. That's not really his stature here. But he has been their starting quarterback for this game. So they've got to weigh things about who's behind him. Do they think he can snap it back into gear? Maybe change up the play calling to help him out a little bit.
Now the defense definitely showing blitz here.
Tiger. Let's go.
Now McKinnon to start the drive. And he is going to feel that one. Knocked down hard, right at the line of scrimmage. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Get ready.
Now it's the backup Bridgewater. And he's got the hook up here. It's Kyle Rudolph. And he's brought down. He got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets him a new set of downs.
There are so many things to watch for when you play defense. And reading your keys, you always hear about that, and having your eyes in the right place. Sometimes your eyes can fool you. How about that play action there? And it sprang the big guy, didn't it?
Able to dump it over the top to him. Bridgewater on first down. Eluding the pressure right. And incomplete on the deep ball. He was looking for his tight end there, Kyle Rudolph. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Tremendous field position there and a perfect time to do exactly what they did. Take a shot at the end zone. And they went for the big play, just unable to complete it.
Looks like the defense in press coverage here. That was 2nd down run for Murray. And he'll take this one down to the 36. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You foresee incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on 3rd down. From the shotgun, it's Bridgewater. And he's got room. And he'll work it inside the 30 to the 29-yard line. Pretty solid gain of 7 yards that time as he scrambled, but now they face a 4th down. And for the 2nd time tonight, this field goal unit comes out here. Made his first, this now from 46 yards away. 2 minutes remain here in the first half. More from Minneapolis after this. And this is right down the middle as he puts it through. And that'll push the lead up to 13-0. So a good snap, good hold, and that one's right down the middle.
Never in doubt. Just the way you used to hit them, Brandon.
Forbath now to kick it away after the made field goal. That'll be taken in the end zone. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. The Packers offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. And 3 interceptions in this game. And I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, oh, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, and what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe take...
Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Everson Griffin in there to drop him for his 2nd sack now here tonight. Now back to throw. They'll set up the screen to Montgomery. And he's able to get up here to the 26. And before they can run this 3rd down play, we're going to get a timeout, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. And the Vikings with an extra defender in the secondary on 3rd.
Playing coverage here.
Let's go!
They'll drop to throw. And no escaping this time as he'll go down. They got him for a sack. Now the defense going to use the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. On 4th down, here's Justin Vogel on to punt it away. Marcus Sherrill's back deep for Minnesota. Oh, it's a wobbler here. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Vikings will take over here 1st and 10. Now the Vikings offense gets set to take over here. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking, because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Flush to his right. Finding his safety valve here. That's complete. 5 yards on the pickup, and that'll make this a 2nd down.
Was that a receiver? Yeah, actually it was. It was a running back who was a receiver on the play. Ike's been spending time in the receiver drills getting his feet down.
Well, those guys out of the backfield, they got to be good, agile with their feet. He showed the agility there with a toe tap.
No doubt about it. It's like he'd run to ballet school. Got the toes down and stayed in bounds.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And some room to maneuver. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That good for 22 and a 1st down.
You and I both know that you don't really truly replace Adrian Peterson, but Latavius Murray's a really good back. Similar running styles, too. Won't wear the same number, we know that. But when you see him run, you might see a little bit of that in him, upright with some power.
They go back to Murray on 1st down. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the 1st half of play. So the D-line's going to spread out. Bridgewater now on 2nd down. Being chased out left. And he is out of of bounds, just a yard or two shy of the 10. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Partner, as a quarterback, sometimes you just got to know when the clock has gone off in your head, it's time to go. Tuck it and get all you can.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And strong running there as he's inside the 10 and down to the 8-yard line. Yeah, give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go the distance. But when you get a nice game like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. This from 25 yards out. And Forbath will put this one through. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. To return, here comes Marcus Sherrills. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. Out come the Vikings. They'll have it first on offense as we begin the 3rd. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It'll wind up being a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd and 12. And some changes here as the D-line separates some. They keep it on the ground, but this time it's Murray. And tough going there as he'll only get it up to about the 31. Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. On 3rd down, Bridgewater. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. Past the 20. Touchdown, Vikings. Adam Thielen, 69 yards. And the Vikings are going to add on to their lead.
As a fan, is there anything prettier than a well-executed post route?
No, it's a thing of beauty, especially when it's done like that for a touchdown.
The throw, the catch, and how about the run after to get it to the end zone?
And that PAT pushes the lead up to 23 now. Forbath out to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Here's the Packers offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
The Vikings after him, and they get there for the sack. Eric Kendricks. Coming hard on the blitz. He dumps him for a loss of 8. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete. And Charles, got to like what this defense has been able to do these last couple of plays.
Yeah, they get the sack on first down, then they force the incomplete pass. Now they're just a play away from getting the football right back, but it's a big play. They've got to hold up.
The Packers on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18. They're going to look to throw. And he'll be wrapped up around the waist and pushed down. Everson Griffin bringing the pressure again, and that is his 3rd sack here tonight. On now is the Packers punter as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And here's a very low-line drive, almost whiffed on it. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Vikings, they'll be set up well as they take over in great field position, 1st and 10. Try and get the running game going here with Murray. And some room to work. A big chunk on the ground there, 27 yards.
Well, last year, I'm not sure we saw very many of those runs, did we, from the Vikings? I mean, they had the poorest rushing attack in the league.
Just 75 yards per game, but carries like the one we just saw, that'll help bolster that average.
Yeah, certainly, and they tried to beef up the offensive line in the offseason, brought in Latavius Murray, and then drafted Dalvin Cook out of Florida State.
So the run gets them the first, and now they operate with a fresh set of downs.
Let's go. 180.
The play clock's running down. Again, it's Murray. And good downhill running. He's got 6 yards down to the 13.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. 2nd down following the run. And some extras coming up on the line here, readying for the blitz. 10th carry of the game now, Murray. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
You know how we get focused at end of the half and end of the game situations about how much time's on the board and, you know, what you need to do? Sometimes you don't even have to worry about that. That's just smart football. You know, that kind of a lead, staying in bounds, it burns clock, even in a situation that we're not really focused on it.
They'll try to run it in with Murray. And he'll take this from the 9 down to about the 7. Defensively, pretty good start there with their backs against the wall.
That's a win for the stop troops right there. And if I'm them, I get a little bolder now. They won the first battle. Keep coming after them. Put the pressure on them.
And on the outside, they're playing press coverage. They'll try to throw here now. Bridgewater. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Nick Perry coming on the blitz. He gets him for a loss of 7.
Second goal, last thing you need to do is get pushed backwards to take a sack. But he couldn't find anywhere to go with the football. Had to eat it and ended up on the ground.
3rd and long now after the sack. And we'll see if Bridgewater has a response. On the toss, it's McKinnon. And he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. A good job there defensively to stop him for a gain of just 4, and that'll bring up 4th and goal. So out comes the field goal team once more. They'll need to get the play off quickly. And Forbath will put this one through. And we return, welcoming you back to Minneapolis. A lot of happy faces in the crowd at this point as their guys have a big lead here to start quarter number 4. Forbath out to kick this one away. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. And Green Bay getting ready to go as they take the field. And still no points on the scoreboard. You're coming off of the 3 and out. They're just looking for anything to grab onto right now, aren't they?
I'm wondering if someone's going to take charge in the huddle. You know, we always look to the quarterback, but sometimes it's another player on the team, a star, a veteran, someone with some excitement and energy. It's like, all right, guys, let's shake things up and let's go, because they still have an opportunity to make things happen.
Shake it off. Now a run with Montgomery. And a short gain there as he'll get it up only to about the 24. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
And after the play on the ground, that brings up 2nd down here.
Here we go. 38.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. Throw left side complete. That's Adams. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They get 9 out of that one, and as a result, the drive continues. Offense comes to the line now, 1st and 10. He'll look to throw here. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down.
You know what the key to a good screen pass is, don't you?
Bet you're going to tell me. Good blocking?
Well, good blocking eventually. But first is good acting. You want to let the defenders go past you, leak out to whichever side or even in the middle where you want to set up the screen, and then you do your blocking. How about the read, though, by the defensive guys? They weren't fooled at all and actually ran with the lineman to where the play was and smothered it for a loss of yardage.
He has just been completely taken out of this game. We're in the 4th quarter. He's single digits in the rushing department.
And I know we look at him because the numbers do go to his production. But how about the guys blocking for him? They don't just have his number as a ball carrier. They've got the number of the offensive line and the other guys because they're getting to him before he can get started.
Let's go.
He'll drop to throw. He's going to dump that off to his running back, Montgomery. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. It's an 8-yard pickup, and it'll be 4th down. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. He's got a first down and then some at midfield. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out.
I know our vantage point might be a little bit better way up here, but that looked like an ill-advised throw to me. I didn't see anything open, and this play just didn't look right from the beginning.
It did not. I thought he might get outside and just chuck it away. Dangerous pass, incomplete. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Forced out to his left. And the stop here will come at the 38-yard line. Give him 7 there on the tuck and run, and they're in better shape now for 3rd.
Well, he did a nice job keeping his eyes downfield, waiting for someone to get open. But once the pressure forced his eyes down to see the rush, it was time to make a break for it.
The Packers on 3rd down. 2 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. Now Hundley. And this is going to be incomplete.
I'm not sure we could spot any tendency here on this 3rd down. They could have run it or passed it. Either one was available. They chose to try and get it through the air, but they were unsuccessful.
A critical one here if they're going to have any shot at this thing. So they'll go for it on 4th down.
Here we go.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. Pressure coming from the Vikings, and they get there and bring him down. Mike McCarthy took the gamble, didn't pay off. And this defense will take over right at midfield. McKinnon. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage, use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. Time for a break. We'll come back and wrap up garbage time after this. Here's Murray, and they go backwards here, losing yardage back at the 48-yard line. So he loses 3 yards there. Now 3rd down.
Well, forget about finding a lane there. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Probably fortunate he was able to hold on to the football.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This is 3rd down and 12. To throw, Bridgewater. Escaping the pressure right. Now he's going to send this one deep right side. Picked off by the former first-round pick, Demarius Randall. And the return here will go to the 31-yard line.
I think that interception happened for 2 reasons. Quarterback gets outside the pocket and panics a little bit. And receiver doesn't make sure he's absolutely in an open spot. So there's a guy lurking, took the ball from him.
Yeah, so don't wave your arms, right, as a receiver if you're not wide open.
Got to know that you're open. Otherwise, just don't do it.
Here we go.
Throwing, Hundley. And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. Picked off by Harrison Smith.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Now a give. This is Murray. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Well, add that play to his resume reel because he went to the Pro Bowl last year. That's how you go to the Pro Bowl. You make plays like that, big-time penetration, and throw people for losses.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. Just a couple on the pickup there, and now it's 3rd down.
This is what happens sometimes when you abandon the running game. It's hard to get back to it because once guys get out of that mentality of firing out and hitting people, hard to get them started again occasionally.
The storyline in this one, Charles, no doubt the number 0. Zilch, nada. A shutout so hard to do in the NFL.
It really is, and what an accomplishment because you feel that not just on the defensive side, but as a full team. There's a lot of pride that goes into shutting out an opponent. And how about that 0 on the scoreboard for them, going along with those zeros in the time column too.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. It's a win for the Vikings as we say so long from Minneapolis.